Believe it or not, it's already been 11 years since I first sat down and began the Kirbyster and Kirbyster Plays. It does feel like that, and I'm proud to say we're doing incredibly well, better than ever before in fact, and we're getting closer and closer to the vision I dreamed of when I was only 9 years old. To celebrate this milestone, I'm going to go over every year 2013 to now and pick my favourite moment from each one. It's a little bit of a clip show, but I've never actually narrated through my YouTube legacy in a quickfire format before. It'd be a huge missed opportunity not to mention here that for the 10-year anniversary of the Kirbyster, last November, I made a full-length video explaining my total history. I might make another one for the 15th, but who knows, let's go. Starting with 2013, what else could I choose other than the very first episode, the Kirbyster Episode 1, the worst game I've ever played. At the time, I've played way worse by now. I still remember making this down to the coughing fit I had when my camera was directed at the TV recording footage. I thought I was the next peanut butter gamer or angry video game nerd. I still think I have it in me to reach that point, and this video is the very beginning.
And also, leave a comment if you wish to. That's all I have to say about this game.
2014 was very strong, and the moment I'm going to select as my favourite is the release of the Kirbyster Episode 4, the Kirby Superstar Ultra review. Although it was only a few months in reality, it felt like an eternity getting this review made. This video marks the first time I elevated the quality of my content, including footage from a video game which wasn't my own, and recording my voice and narrating over game footage for the very first time. It was just a buggy, short recording on an older, now defunct Windows Movie Maker, but at the time, it brought me closer than ever to my game reviewer dream.
Of course, we'll have more time, although I'm pretty lazy when it comes to game reviews.
2015 was an interesting one because videos from this year and the next weren't uploaded to YouTube until mid-2017 when Kirbyster Plays was created, but in terms of when it was recorded, the Kirby's Adventure finale was recorded in the middle of the summer holidays, and it takes the top spot for this year. This is a live reaction of the first time I ever beat Kirby's Adventure. I'd been trying for years, and I got up early every weekend morning that summer to record a part for this walkthrough, making it all the way to the final boss for the second time in my life, and unexpectedly overcoming Nightmare finally to secure my victory.
I've managed to get the final boss down to one hit. Oh my god! I've been the final boss! And Kirby blew up the moon.
2016 began the Pokemon X Kirby Lock, so the award goes to Part 1. The Pokemon X Kirby Lock would become a flagship show when Kirbyster Plays began and ran for another 3 years before going on hiatus and eventually ending after 28 parts. This video, crudely recorded in a conservatory, started off that ginormous journey, and if only I knew the trials and effort and struggles in the editing room that would come to follow. 2017 was massive, the year I've made the most videos to date actually, so it was super difficult to pick just one moment, but I think I have it. It's a one-off video where I take a break, obviously, from the Pokemon X Kirby Lock, now available to view in a collection by the way. I pick up Pokemon Moon, and the goal is to catch the box legendary Lunala in a single Pokeball without using a single move, and I manage it in one go.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What? What? No. That was way too easy.
Second place goes to the highlight video from Pokemon X Kirby Lock Part 19 when I managed to catch the box legendary Xerneas from that game in a single Pokeball too. I'm just super lucky, I guess.
Oh my god. Oh my god! No way! That was way too easy! Why did I buy over 500 Pokeballs? It was that easy! I should have known it was going to be that easy. Oh my god, that was so simple.
2018 feels different, I'm not ashamed to admit that. It was the 5-year anniversary of the Kirbyster back then, and I started showing my face on camera a lot more, but the moment I'm going to pick for this year is the reaction to the September Nintendo Direct I made. It's less of a reaction and more of an after-show recovery session, as the Direct featured the reveal of Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn, a remake/port of a game I'd reviewed in the Kirbyster Episode 2. The fact that the reveal of this remake lined up almost exactly with the 5th anniversary of the Kirbyster, as well as the fact it came completely out of left field, is why I'm putting this here.
Where did this come from? Why did I never hear about this? It's coming 2019, I can't wait that long. Where did this come from? The front cover of the game looks like a bootleg. I don't even know if it's real.
2019 had a good few videos dominated by Kirby's extra epic yarn. First the demo, then the short video when my pre-order arrived 4 days late, then the reveal trailer for the Pokemon ROM hack I made, which ended up on bootleg flashcards in China. That's another story for another time. The number one moment for me in 2019 has to be staying up until midnight the moment Kirby's extra epic yarn came out. I made a video specifically at like 23:50 and just played Epic Yarn on the Wii until the 3DS port came out. It was a genuinely poignant moment, and it made me emotional.
There you go. Extra Epic Yarn was just been released. 8th of March, 2019.
2020, I took a break to focus on exams that would be cancelled by COVID, and I never went back to making videos for some reason. I think it might have been burnout. And then in 2021, I also focus on work. I have no excuse. 2022 showed my grand return, and there are two moments in this year that really stand out to me. The first is my review with Raken, a Bayonetta creator. It's the first time I ever collaborated with another channel, and Bayonetta 3 hype was huge, so it was a lot of fun. And the review that followed, the absolutely huge rant essentially about how frustrated the community was with Bayonetta 3, these two videos are essentially interlocked. They could share the best moment, but in my mind, purely for his kindness and willingness to help me grow as a channel, the interview with Raken on this stupid grey-ass camera just barely takes it. 2023 was the year that showed the most growth the channel's ever had, really, and I dedicate the favourite moment towards that 10th anniversary video. It took months to record that, and I was writing little scripts for add-on moments and spiels as late as the night before it came out. It was a massive push, because I had a lot to say. It's the closest to a Kirbyster Bible you can get. If you could pin videos and pick a flagship YouTube video per channel, this would be that. Surprisingly to some, I'm actually going to change my answer for 2023 in the editing stage. Although I'm more than happy to give attention to the comprehensive history video any day of the week, I feel like I was obliged to make that the choice, so I'm going to draw your attention instead to an underrated gem. Although it didn't perform as well as I'd hoped, I love Free Ice Cream. This is a video that I made out of the blue. I actually think it was the last video I released before the bloated 10th anniversary celebrations, so maybe it fell through the net. Free Ice Cream is an unnerving one-off about a game of the same name. I found out about Free Ice Cream 24 hours before I made a video on it because I desperately needed some kind of channel to make my thoughts on it known. It's well worth a watch, and it never broke 1,000 views. Now, views aren't everything, I'm just glad I was able to make it. But there's just something about when I look back at this video, the scripting phase, and how easy it was to record, and the fact that I only knew about the game a day before talking about it in this way, it just makes me think Free Ice Cream is a more worthy nomination of the best video of 2023, so there you are. 2024 was a pretty big year as well. I got a leg on and actually elevated my content, buying a new mic for the first time since 2017. My favourite moment of the year, surprising to some, is actually reporting on the loss of Citra, the 3DS emulator. So it was actually made before I bought that new mic. It was the first time I was on the ball when it came to making a commentary style video, and it made the most of that new style of video making that I'd inadvertently begun embracing. And it's also the first time people began commenting on my stuff consistently, which was amazing to see. That brings us up to now. Who knows what 2025 holds? Bye bye.